It is 7:32 on a Saturday morning. They're rocking and rolling up there in Nyland still. There's still swarm is going on. Mostly microquakes, but there's been a few moderate and minor quakes as well. We'll get into that in just a little bit. Right now we've got our birthdays. June 12th, birthday people, the big shot birthdays. Disney composer, probably never heard of him, Richard Sherman. He's 93. Richard Sherman composed most of the music, or a lot of the music, in the Disney classic movies. Sports announcer Marv Albert is 80 years old today. Actor Sonia Manzano, she was in Law & Order Special Victims Unit, 71 years old today. Drummer Buddy Carlos of A Cheap Trick, he's 70 years old today. Rocky Burnett is 68. Timothy Busfield is 64. And Meredith Brooks, Meredith Brooks is 63 years old today. Those are our big shot people. We've got the local people, quite a few more of those. They're coming up next.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Anthony Fernandez, Laura Villa Gomez, Andres Carreño, Patsy Dolente, Leonard Mendez, Lourdes Ortega, Federico Fernandez, Joanne Blakemore, Monica Gutierrez, Irene Shelton, Victor Cesena, Cindy Reyes, Judy Anderson, Linda Camarena, Sam Gaddis. We have Michael Glenn Goodspeed, Jessel Perez, and Marisa Leal. Happy birthday to each and every one. Happy anniversary to a couple of special people, May and John Woo, celebrating their wedding anniversary today, throughout the day. Happy anniversary to you guys.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it's time for the World California News headlines, brought to you by Locke Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales and service, call the experts at Locke Air Conditioning.
CBS News Brief. Climate change is in the air at the G7 summit in England. CBS's Vicki Barker.
About 200 people joined the group Surfers Against Sewage for a protest swim-in. On shore, some of the silent marchers at this protest in Falmouth were wearing masks depicting the G7 leaders. Their message, the G7 must do more than just promise to take on climate change and environmental decline.
13 people were hurt in a shooting in Austin. Interim Police Chief Joseph Chacon.
I cannot say that there's no further public danger at this point because the suspect is not in custody. So it appears at this point to be isolated to this one area. But as we receive more information on that, we'll put it out.
The Westminster Dog Show is underway in New York, but not at its traditional home at Madison Square Garden. It's in Tarrytown with no spectators. CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keys.
Become a Locke Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Locke Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Locke VIPs receive discount discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Governor Gavin Newsom signed an executive order yesterday that will end most COVID restrictions Tuesday. That is, more than 70% of adults have received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine in California. The countdown begins to Carmageddon as 4 miles of Highway 99 through Sacramento will be blocked off for the next few days. Angela DeBranto with Caltrans says the agency is taking preventative measures by replacing the 62-year-old bridge deck.
This is going to be a savings for taxpayers as well as savings in maintenance costs. To keep this repaired is going to be a huge cost for taxpayers if we don't do anything.
A California senator is calling on the federal government to clean up toxic chemicals in and around the state's military facilities. Senator Alex Padilla introduced 2 bills that would do that.
For too long, toxic PFAS chemicals have been plaguing service members, military families, and their neighbors.
Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today, 760-353-4501.
It's all about the nose. It's your air filter, the first line of defense against bacteria and viruses. If too many germs get stuck in your nose, guess what? You get sick. That's why it's so important to keep your nose clean, just like washing your hands. Now there's a better way to keep your nose clean and help your body protect itself. It's called Navage Nasal Care. Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, mucus, bacteria, and viruses. At Navage.com, CVS, Walgreens, Bed Bath, Target, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
Is it safe to return to work?
Should my kids go back to school?
Can I see my friends and family now?
As life returns to normal, our COVID-19 worries have not disappeared, but evolved. CalHope offers free tips and tools to help manage your stress. Call our warm line at 1-833-317-4673 or live chat online at calhope.org.
And it is now time for page 1 of the local news. A service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the valley, in Brawley at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and in El Centro on Imperial Avenue, right next to Food for Less. They are rocking and rolling up in the north end again. It's earthquakes in the north end, another swarm of earthquakes. This one is about 8 miles southwest of Nyland. The swarm began at around 9 o'clock Friday night and is continuing as we speak. The temblors have been mostly microquakes, magnitude 2.9 and below. Several have been minor to moderate quakes. Biggest was a magnitude 4.3. There have been magnitude 4.0 and a 4.1 magnitude quakes. There have been a few magnitude 3.9 quakes. U.S. Geological Survey has said swarms are not unusual for this area. Swarm comes on the heels of a recent swarm along the Westmoreland Fault. No damage or injury has been reported. Swarm being monitored very closely. Active cases of COVID-19 remain low. The active cases of the virus remain below 50. Janet Angulo, director of the County Public Health Department, says they are at their lowest levels since the beginning of the pandemic. Positivity rate is also low at 2.1%. There are still only 3 COVID patients in hospitals. There are 2 in intensive care. Angulo says the county numbers in many areas are lower than the state averages. California opens up most of the COVID restrictions on June 15th. As you heard, it's been signed by the governor. County Health Officer Dr. Stephen Monday is expected to release an adjusted order explaining what it all means and what restrictions will remain and which ones will be lifted. Total number of vaccination doses administered are closing in at 170,000 for 40.52% are fully vaccinated, while 47.32% are partially vaccinated. Deaths attributed to COVID-19 in Imperial County now at 736. We'll have more in just a minute.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro suggest the works. The works, including tire rotation and pressure check, brake inspection, fluid top-off, battery test, filter check, belts and hoses check, and synthetic blend oil change with up to 6 quarts of Motorcraft oil plus oil filter. You can't beat the works. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in Brawley and El Centro, ready to serve.
And if you haven't heard, it's going to get hot this week, this weekend, and into next week. Expect the hottest temperatures of the year across the desert Southwest beginning this weekend. The National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Temperatures will likely exceed 110 degrees by today and likely climb to 115 to 120 degrees Tuesday through Friday. Overnight lows currently in the 70s will climb into the 80s by Tuesday or Wednesday, reducing the amount of heat relief overnight. Winds will remain light. And Caltrans work is continuing next week. In fact, it's continuing beyond that. The work is on North Imperial Avenue from Adams Avenue. Beginning Monday, the work will be done at night. Crews will be working from 9 p.m. until 5 a.m. Sunday through Thursday until the completion of the project in mid-August. They say the lane closures will continue at night from Adams Avenue north to Treschel Road. Remaining work includes sidewalk repairs, intersection treatments, and thermoplastic striping and markings. It is suggested that motorists use an alternate route until the projects are complete. That's it. That's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in El Centro on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less, and in Brawley on Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And it is time for page 2 of the local news, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for your health, life, auto, or home insurance needs. Commencement, graduation. Kxo just coming off a 2-day graduation program. They graduated their seniors both Thursday and Friday. Today it is IBC's turn. IBC will have their commencement will be virtual. They will begin at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Starting at 8:30 this morning, the Imperial Valley College will host an on-campus car parade to celebrate the 2021 IBC graduates. Over 450 graduates have registered to attend. To view the virtual graduation, go to the IBC webpage or imperial.edu/commencement. And convicted felon tries to re-enter the U.S. Yuma Sector Border Patrol says the man was found in a group. Border Patrol agents encountered a group of 12 undocumented migrants recently at a wildlife refuge. During the records check, they discovered a 30-year-old Brian Cruz Gutierrez, a Honduran national. In 2013, he'd been convicted in Pomona, California for molesting a child under the age of 14. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison. After serving the sentence, he was ordered removed from the United States. Agents say the man will be held for prosecution for re-entry of a felon after a prior removal. And the Thursday morning fire, it was in the strip mall in the 400 block of Broadway. Fire was reported at just after 10 a.m. in the vacant veterinarian's clinic. El Centro Fire quickly responded and had the fire out in minutes. No injuries were reported. Officials say the fire may have started under suspicious circumstances. There are witness reports that a man was seen breaking into the back of the clinic, setting the fire, and then running back out. Cause of the fire is under investigation. We're going to take a look at your weather in just a minute.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
The high temperature yesterday, 101 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 69. National Weather Service says a significant warm-up is expected this weekend with extreme temperatures lasting through next week. High temperatures across the lower deserts are forecast to be near 110 degrees today, then likely into the 114 to 118 degree range for most, if not all, of next week. Excessive heat warnings are currently in effect across southeast California through next week. Very dry conditions will persist through at least the weekend. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 108. West to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Excessive heat warning in effect for Sunday. Sunny and hot weather. Highs right near 112. West winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 76. Monday, sunny and continued hot. Highs right near 112. Southeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now we are looking at 78 degrees, 25% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality now moderate in Westmoreland and at the border in Mexicali. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. Page 2 of the local news and the local weather, brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplement coverage. We've got sports coming up.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And it's a sports world roundup brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. In the NBA playoffs, the Eastern semifinals, 76ers beat the Hawks 127-111. Philadelphia leads that series 2-1. In the Western semifinals, the Suns beat the Nuggets 116-102. Phoenix leads that series 3-0. Also in playoff mode, the National Hockey League, their Stanley Cup semifinals begin tomorrow with the Islanders taking on the Lightning. On Monday, it will be the Stanley Cup semifinals. Canadiens will take on the Golden Knights. We're going to take a look at some baseball in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District is open and ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer services, visit pmhd.org today.
And on the Major League Baseball scoreboard, the Mets gave them a chance, and they didn't take it. The Mets beat the Padres 3-2. They pulled their star pitcher, Jacob DeGrom, after a couple of innings for elbow problems or issues that may turn into a problem. And the Padres couldn't take advantage of that, so they lost 3-2. The Angels and the Diamondbacks went 10 innings. The Angels won that game 6-5. It was the Cubs over the Cardinals 8-5. Giants beat the Nationals 1-0. Marlins beat the Braves 4-3. Rays over the Orioles 4-2. White Sox and the Tigers went 10 innings. White Sox won that one 5-4. It was the Reds over the Rockies 11-5. Cleveland beat the Mariners, shut them out 7-0. Red Sox over the Blue Jays 6-5. Astros got by the Twins 6-4. Brewers beat the Pirates 7-4. Athletics over the Royals 4-3. And the Dodgers led wire to wire. They beat the Rangers big time 12-1. In the world of tennis, the French Open coming down to the finals. The women's final is today. Novak Djokovic, he defeated Rafael Nadal in the French Open semifinal, which may have been the best match of the tournament for the men anyway. It's going to be Novak Djokovic in the French Open final. He will face off against Stefanos Tsitsipas. He outlasted his opponent in 5 sets at the French Open to reach his first ever Grand Slam, and boy, did he pick an opponent. In golf, Danielle Kang takes a one-stroke lead at the LPGA Mediheal Championship. It was for the men. Chesson Hadley, he's off to his best start on a PGA Tour since 2016. Shot a 5 under 66 Friday for a 2-stroke lead over Dustin Johnson at the Palmetto Championship at Congaree. That's in South Carolina. Miguel Angel Jimenez, he leads after the first round of the PGA Tour Champions American Insurance Championship. That's being played in Wisconsin. And once again, DeGrom was pulled. He leaped his start. The Mets' biggest crowd at Citi Field since 2019 turned out to see the best picture in baseball. There was the energy of the packed house and ace Jacob DeGrom earning the MVP chance, and that rained down upon him, a lead in the middle innings against the Padres. DeGrom left the game after 6 shutout innings, just 80 pitches and a consultation with Mets pitching coach Jeremy Hefner. Team announced that he departed with right flexor tendonitis. Padres scored 2 quick runs, and that was it. They couldn't get any more, and they lost the game. That's how that worked. DeGrom said the concern issue is minimal at best. It was more of a precautionary thing. That's it. That's a look at sports. A Sports World Roundup brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And we are ready for the financial news and another quick look at the weather. U.S. stocks closed modestly higher at the end of the torpid week, marked with a few market-moving catalysts and persistent concerns over whether current inflation spikes could linger and cause the U.S. Federal Reserve to tighten its dovish policy sooner than expected. NASDAQ gained the most among the three major indexes, while the bellwether S&P 500 squeaked its way to a second straight record closing high. Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 13.36 points on the week, or 0.4%, to close at 34,479.6. S&P 500 gained 8.26 points, or 0.19%, to close at 4,247.44, and the NASDAQ Composite added 49.09 points, or 0.35%, to close at 14,069.42. Among the 11 major sectors in the S&P 500, rebounding financial stocks and tech led the gainers, while healthcare suffered the biggest percentage drop. That's a look at business. We've got your weather coming up.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
The high temperature yesterday, 101 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 69. Expect sunny skies today, highs right near 108. West to northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight lows around 76. West to northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunny, excessive heat warning in effect. It'll be sunny and hot, highs right near 112. West wind at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, clear skies, mostly clear skies, overnight lows around 76. Monday, sunny and continued hot, highs right near 112. Southeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now we are looking at 78 degrees, 25% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality moderate in Westmoreland and at the border in Mexicali. Air quality is good for the rest of the region.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
Goddard's Gold. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Goddard's Gold.
And the border weight update has changed a little bit. 60 to 65 minute wait downtown in the regular lanes. Still no wait in the Sentry lane. 15 to 20 minute wait if you're walking across. Eastport, the gateway port, there is still no report on anybody being in any of the lines at the Eastport, the gateway port. We haven't heard from Andrade Port at all.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM. So
at the Toad, it will be exactly 8 o'clock. Time for CBS News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Allison Keyes in Washington. President Biden just met with French President Emmanuel Macron at the G7 summit in England and got some praise.
We have to deal with this pandemic and the COVID-19. We have to face a lot of challenges, a lot of crisis, climate change. And for all these issues, what we need is cooperation. And I think it's great to have the U.S. president part of the club and very willing to cooperate.
CBS's Nancy Cordes reports.
Tomorrow, President Biden heads to Brussels, where he will attend a NATO summit and recommit to the common defense, a welcome show of support for alliance that former President Trump openly disdained.
Today marks the 5th anniversary of the mass shooting at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando. 49 people died and more than 50 were hurt. CBS's Peter King is there.
I'm Peter King at the Pulse Center Memorial in Orlando. Some of the pictures on the outer fence here change from year to year. Others that have been here have faded in the sunlight, but you can see fresh flowers and always in a rainbow of colors fitting for this LGBTQ nightclub.
Police in Austin, Texas are looking for a suspect after 13 people were shot in a busy entertainment district. Interim Police Chief Joseph Kxo with the latest.
I'm happy to report that at this moment, we do not have any persons that are deceased. We do have 2 patients that are in critical condition.
California says it is days away from dropping COVID-19 protocols for fully vaccinated people, but the virus hasn't gone away. 2 cruise ship passengers just tested positive. CBS's Michael George.
Aboard the Celebrity Millennium, 2 passengers tested positive, causing a ship-wide safety check. The cruise company, which requires proof of vaccinations, told CBS News this demonstrates that our rigorous health and safety protocols work. The CDC recommends 95% of crew and passengers be vaccinated.
The Justice Department's internal watchdog is investigating the Trump administration's seizure of communication records of 2 top Democrats. CBS's Jeff Pegues.
The seized phone logs date back to 2017 and 2018, as the House Intelligence Committee's Russia investigation was underway. President Trump wanted to know where the leaks were coming from. Justice Department prosecutors secretly subpoenaed phone information from Apple for Democrats Eric Swalwell and Adam Schiff and people close to them, including a minor.
Apple, trying to protect its image, claims it was blindsided. This is CBS News.
Daily reports and analysis from the world's most respected journalists on CBS Eye on the World with John Batchelor, weeknights on the CBS Radio Network.
I love being able to share with our family who's listening how much we all love State Farm insurance. With surprisingly great rates, State Farm has saved us money with our car and home insurance.
I mean, you're my wife. You know how much I love a great deal, so of course I'm going to love the great rates and great service at State Farm. It's good for my wallet and for my family.
State Farm meets my needs, plus I get to control how and what I want for my budget. And I do it all from their award-winning mobile app.
Surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This Father's Day, visit Boot Barn for quality gifts and personalized services. Gifts range from durable suede jackets to premium exotic cowboy boots, iconic Western shirts, heavy-duty jeans, and work boots. We provide local same-day gift delivery with gift wrapping and a card included. You can enjoy in-store pickup with $20 off your next order, and our team of experts can help guide you as you shop when you visit your local Boot Barn.
There's a new museum looking back at the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre.
The museum tells the history of Black Wall Street before and after the Tulsa Race Massacre. Senator Kevin Matthews says he hopes the exhibit will inspire the youth of today.
That kind of history is very important to the confidence of a child to know their potential, and for us to go to 100 years without being able to have this story told is just a shame. I grew up in North Tulsa schools. I never got taught this in school. In any school that I went to, I didn't know it until I was in my 30s.
Some lifelong Tulsans say the museum showed them elements of the past they hadn't seen.
That's KOTV reporter Jonathan Cooper. The 145th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is going on in New York. It is the second oldest continuously held sporting event behind the Kentucky Derby, but this year, no fans due to COVID. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
It's all about the nose. It's your air filter, the first line of defense against bacteria and viruses. If too many germs get stuck in your nose, guess what? You get sick. That's why it's so important to keep your nose clean, just like washing your hands. Nasal irrigation gets rid of germs by rinsing the nasal cavity, but neti pots are hard to use and, frankly, kind of gross. Now there's a better way to keep your nose clean and help your body protect itself. It's called Navage Nasal Care. Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, mucus, bacteria, and viruses. Millions use Navage for fast, all-natural relief from sinus congestion and allergies, and to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier without drugs. Navage is easy to use, affordable, and comes with an absolute guarantee of satisfaction. You wash your hands and brush your teeth every day. Now it's time to start cleaning your nose with Navage. At Navage.com, CVS, Walgreens, Bed Bath, Target, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with George Gale.
My name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents.
AM 1230.
I'm George. I'm George.
KXO. 1230.